like our 4 things that we focus on with clients and business owners. So the first is the business valuation and growth. We do a business valuation estimate. It's
not
estimate.
a formal valuation.
Yes, thank you. It's not a formal valuation.
If you were to sell your business and that buyer needs an exact value.
Yes, it is not that.
It is not that. You have to pay to get that done.
But it's
big
an
bucks.
idea. So it's a place to start. And so we use our software, we do that estimate, and we identify something that we spoke about in January's business. It's called the wealth gap. So the wealth gap is kind of a fancy term. What it means is it's your current net worth, including the value of your business right now, and it's the difference between that and then where you would want to and need to have your net worth and the value of everything for when you eventually exit and sell. And a lot of times what we see is a gap. There's a difference from where you're at now versus where you want to and need to be. So that's called the wealth gap, and our goal is to close that gap, and that's why we need that 5 to 10 years in order to make that happen. Second, we focus on business succession planning, and so what that looks like is figuring out if you have a family member that may want to take over. Sometimes people don't, and they have employees who are interested. That could be something called an ESOP. And then sometimes they just want to take it to the open market, but identifying what that might look like. And then more importantly, we want to bring the players together, like tax attorneys, CPAs, sometimes M&A experts, and we want to bring them together at the table in order to make that happen. Thirdly, of course, we do wealth management. So a lot of times we're managing the assets along the way via retirement plan, via liquid assets for the business owners, and to help them continue to build their wealth, bringing that together in their financial plan. And then, of course, when that event happens and they sell, they need to use those assets to make income to make up for what they are no longer getting from the business. And then lastly is the tax management, which is really important, of course, because we do not like to pay Uncle Sam more than we have to, or the state of California. And so we want to make sure that we're strategizing the structure of the business sale appropriately in order to make that happen in the most advantageous way for everyone involved. So that's just what we bring together.